Sizzlers and everyone else. Today I'm going to be doing a signature of mine, a kale salad. Yes, a kale salad. And of course I'm going to be paired it with a tequila lime dressing. That's going to be delicious. It's going to be good. Yes. And folks, if you're out there watching and you never made a kale salad, or if you don't like kale, you're going to want to pay attention, because I'm going to show you guys step by step on how to make this kale so nice, juicy, and tender for your salad. You are going to fall in love with it. So let's go ahead and get into this salad, folks. If you have fresh kale, you're going to want to make sure you wash your kale. Yes, wash your fresh kale just like your other greens that you buy at the local grocery store or get from the garden. You're going to want to wash it at least 5 times just to make sure all the bugs and all the dirt gets off. After you wash your kale, it's going to be time to cut your kale and break it down. Typically, how I like to break my kale down, to take that kale and I'll break it in half. That smaller part, this part for me, is going into the salad. I'm going to break off the leaves from that stem, and I'm going to trash this part and keep this for my salad. Just because I don't like a whole bunch of crunchiness in my salad, that's going to be hard to chew on. So after removing all your leaves from the stem, we're going to go ahead and discard all those extra stem pieces that we don't want in our salad, and we're going to go ahead and give it a rough chop. So now that you cut your kale and it's at the perfect size pieces for your salad, it's time to go ahead and put it in a salad bowl. The next step for your kale salad is to make sure you massage your kale. Why do you want to massage your kale? Well, right now if I was to take this kale and put it in my mouth, it would be so hard for me to chew. I would feel like I'd be chewing all day. Well, when you massage it, it breaks it down and makes it tender. Yes, just like massaging some steak or chicken or pork, it's going to help break it down so it'll be nice and tender. So to know when you're done massaging your kale, you're going to notice that your kale is starting to change colors. It's getting a little darker. You can stop massaging your kale now. Now is the perfect time to start making our salad dressing, because we're going to add a little bit of the dressing to the salad so it can marinate before we add the other ingredients for our salad. So to get started with our dressing, we're going to need to juice these limes. So I'm going to take 3 whole limes, and I'm going to get the juice from those 3 limes. Up with a half a cup of lime juice. Depending on the size of your salad and how much dressing you want to make, that'll be perfect for you. But if you have a big bowl like myself, you're going to want to get some more. So I ended up squeezing probably about 3 more limes, so I ended up with just about a cup of lime juice. So now it's time to go ahead and add in our other ingredients. So let's start off with the sweetness. The agave is going to help sweeten up this dressing. We're going to take about 2 tablespoons of some agave or honey. That's about 2 good tablespoons right there. Next, we're going to do some tequila. Now, folks, if you got kids at home, don't go crazy with the tequila. You just want a little bit to say you added it. So I'm going to go ahead and drop in maybe about 1.5 ounces of some tequila. Alright, that's my 1.5 ounces of that tequila. Next, I'm going to drop in some olive oil. Now for your olive oil, you probably want to do just about equal amounts of your lime juice. So since I have a cup of lime juice, I'm going to go ahead and add in a cup of olive oil. Go ahead and stir in everything. Mix it all together. Taste. Perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop in just a little salt and a little pepper. Give it a quick whisk. And voila. Now, let's go ahead and take that dressing that you just made. You're not going to dump the whole thing in there. You're just going to add a little bit. Alright. Now what you're going to do is you're going to start working in that dressing to help break down some of that kale flavor. So let's go ahead and get into that right now. So after you added that dressing into your kale salad, you're going to work that in, and then you're just going to let that dressing sit on that salad for about 5 minutes or so in the refrigerator, just so it can break it down and help absorb some of that good flavor from that dressing we just made. Our salad's in the refrigerator with some of that dressing on top of it, just sitting there marinating, hanging out, chilling. Now's the perfect time to get our ingredients together to go inside of our salad. So here in front of me I have some red onion, some tomato, some Brussels sprouts that I'm going to thinly shave. It's just going to get another green in there that's going to be super good, super healthier for you, and we're getting more nutrients in there. And also we have some trail mix that has some cranberries, some almonds, some walnuts, look like pumpkin seeds and pineapples in there, which will be perfect to set off that salad. So let's go ahead and get that going right now. Making your Brussels sprouts super easy. Just go ahead and remove the bottoms of your Brussels sprouts. And then you take a good knife and of course your Brussels sprouts. Make sure you hold your Brussels sprout like that because you don't want to cut your fingers. And then you're just going to thinly slice that Brussels sprout until you get nice little shaved pieces. Time for those tomatoes, and I'm just cutting those right down the center in half. So I'm going to take a third of that red onion and I'm going to go ahead and chop it up. So now everything is ready to go into our salad, so let's go ahead and start putting that salad together. Grab a little handful of these Brussels sprouts to throw in here. We're going to add some of these wonderful tomatoes. I love a good tomato, some onion. We're going to add our tread mix in there. And the rest of that salad dressing. If you need all of it, you can save the rest for a good old piece of chicken that you can marinate, especially for the middle of the week. It's going to be really good. And next, last but not least, a salad is not complete unless you have some cheese. So I have some queso fresco, remember that crumbling cheese that you can just put on top of anything and it just makes it beautiful. Toss all these ingredients together. So that's how I make my signature kale salad. So for dinner time, if you want, you could throw a piece of salmon, you could do some shrimp, or you can just enjoy the salad as is for lunch or dinner. So before we head on out of here, you already know what I have to do. I have to taste it, I have to try it, I have to dive deep into this kale salad. So folks, let me go ahead and do that before I go. Ooh, I'm telling you, this salad gonna be so good. Folks, let me tell you, this kale salad, I promise you, when you go home and make it, follow the same exact instructions. Your kale is going to come out delicious. It's going to be nice and tender. It's going to be so soft, and it's going to be perfect for you. Folks, this salad right here is so good. But like all good things, they must come to an end. But before you go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I'll see you next time on Sauteing with Sparks. Bye-bye, Sizzlers.